And we're in it! The actual gameplay. Alright, attack. Can't really see games do that anymore. We're transitioning seamlessly from FMV to actual gameplay. Let's see. Oh, let's attack you. Keep going! Gourd! Keep gourding them! Alright, we're back! It's hard to tell where the gameplay ends and the FMV begins. Defense system has been activated. Magma Blast. But it doesn't matter. Right unit. Flamethrower. What's the difference? GC down. Let's just keep attacking one. Oh, I see how that works. So you have to keep alternating. I have played this game before, but as usual with me, it's been years. Probably not since the game first came out. Dude, just step 2 feet to the right or left. Seriously. It's not like I can aim with that. What does PGC mean? Healing medicine. Okay. It's not hit points, that's for sure. Alright. Defend this time. Haha! Not really sure you can defend that, but it seems to have worked out okay. Is that the last one I attacked? Okay, good. That was the right one. Woo! That did some damage. Okay. This is a dangerous first boss, isn't it? I think first boss, first enemy. Alright, keep healing. Okay. Defend. Seriously, can you not dodge that? I could dodge that. Equip. Do you have anything else I can equip? Why is that not equipped? Oh my god, Machine Killer. That's perfect. Maybe this is like a Easter egg, or did I accidentally download some pack that gives me an advantage. Didn't actually help much. Alright, this should kill it. Yeah. Alright. Highlands of Wall. Hypocenter. Highlands of Woe. What happened here? That's my original save from back in the day. Do I want to delete that? No. I sometimes do keep save games just for sentimental value. Maybe that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, but whatever. Alright. Heal HP of your party members. Equip. I already have that killer machine thing equipped. Inflicts critical damage on mechanical enemies. Effective area is widened. Why didn't that work against the other thing? Maybe it's like special battle program to not have that work? Or my attack power is just too low for multipliers to do much? Could be either one. To battle!
Guess we have no choice.
yes, I didn't introduce it. This is Lost Odyssey. This is what the creator of Final Fantasy was doing while Square Enix was struggling to put out a single game in Final Fantasy 13. And sadly, it was kind of undercut by Microsoft being the one to publish it, and it being... what the hell? Oh, he's taking damage. I see what's happening there. Microsoft publishing it, which... Microsoft didn't do anything wrong. They did a great job. Like, the game is fantastic. I just think the Xbox wasn't the platform for it. I think that was the big problem. Like, Microsoft owners, or Xbox owners, were a lot more interested in freaking Call of Duties and target ringing system. I don't remember this. To trigger the target ring system, you need rings. And to equip your character with rings, the attack command will bring up the target ring automatically. Target ring battle system adds assorted abilities to your normal attack with weapons. While the target ring system is activated, the target ring and time count will be displayed when you choose the attack command. When the time count starts, hold down the right trigger and release it with the outer ring is directly over the target ring. If the timing is right, your attack will be completely effective. Perfect is the best result. If time runs out, your timing was poor, your result will be bad, and you will not achieve any additional effect. You achieve additional effects with the target ring system depending on the ring you equip. You can choose your ring according to your situation. Is that why it wasn't doing anything during that battle? I wasn't holding the right trigger? Damage up level 1. Also, I still think that Killer Machine one's probably better. Mechanical, magical, and spirit magic. Or just slight increase to attack damage. Oh yeah. Because Microsoft published it, ended up being Xbox exclusive, and of course Xbox gamers, especially at the time, weren't really known for being into Japanese RPGs. Not to stereotype too much, because I absolutely owned an Xbox 360, and I loved the Xbox 360, and I loved this game, but I will fully admit I was in the minority at the time.
No one gets in my way.
Just wasn't the right fit, you know? Alright. I think we accomplished a little something there. Alright, hold it. Alright, when do you get perfect? Oh, okay, it goes in and then back out again.
Like taking candy from a baby.
Stupid lava. Angel's plume obtained. What does that do? I've always felt like these environmental things would always set the... Or at least ever since the... Oh yeah, environmental things are what set the Final Fantasy games, including this. This is like the true successor to the Final Fantasy games, to be honest. This and Blue Dragon. Like, Final Fantasy 13 isn't a terrible game in its own right, but it's not true Final Fantasy. Neither is Final Fantasy 15. What was that? Valuables. Shattered armband with the word bond carved into it. Magical diary orb that can recall recent memories, found inside the Nautilus. Found dropped on the highlands of Wall. Okay. What was I saying before? I don't even remember. It's probably nothing important. Oh yeah, the environmental, like, aspects of that. They're small things, but they make a difference in the feel of a game. They make the game world feel better, and they make just give you a little something to do besides just running through corridors and fighting battles. Kind of like, Wild Arms is a good example of that. Like Wild Arms, you have all those environmental obstacles and stuff that you can fiddle with. So where do you go to get perfect? Does it have to be like filling the outer ring of the ring? Healing medicine. Boy, this view sure was impressive about 15 years ago. Oh, how technology and time have progressed. There's nothing up here? It looks like there should be something up here according to the map. Guess not. Islands of Woe. Gorge. Alright. Oh. Healing medicine.
See anything?
See. Down here. Maybe under the... Yeah.
All right. Here, let me help.
Oh, this is not gonna die.
Hey,
What?
that guy over there. He's still alive. Huh? Hey, you!
What about the others? You alone?
What's your name? Your unit?
Second Lieutenant Kai Marganar, Commander, 17th Platoon, Armored Magic Troopers.
It's a miracle you made it. Come with me. This way. Unbelievable. One survivor.
Yeah. Amazing he made it out safe. Especially in that outfit.
You gotta love how the games were always kind of self-aware of how silly their character designs were. Ring assembly tutorial. Okay, I don't remember this. You can assemble the rings you need for the target ring system using ring assembly. Remember that you need components for ring assembly. There are many different kinds of components. These components can be earned in battle or found in treasure chests or at stores. The ring itself can be used as a component too. On the ring assembly screen, you will find the ring formula list. If you have the required components, you can assemble rings right away. Discover what's possible on the ring assembly screen when you find new components. You'll find a new ring formula as you obtain new components. You filter the ring formulas by pressing the X button. Search formulas as you obtain new components. Again, I feel like the ring I have now is probably the best one I'm going to be able to get for a long time, actually. Angel's Plume. Anything else? No, doesn't look like it. Ura would never yield to the barbaric Kent beastmen. This should have been the last battle. But what does it all mean? Did we win or lose? We win-lost. The Highlands of Woe have become a field of the dead. Kent should reconsider their strategy now. I can't believe this war ended like this. I hear that a meteor fell on the battlefield. Is it true? How did such a thing happen? Anything over here? Looks suspicious, but no. Alright, board the armored car? Yes.
We're pulling out! Let's move!
Ura troops, armored vehicle. Please, just stay still. It'll hurt even more if you move around. There's also something that the old Final Fantasy games and this do that I wish the What the later Final Fantasy games just sort of never picked up on is giving the player control as much as possible. Like, the game obviously has its cutscenes, but it doesn't do all this big action stuff nearly as much as like Final Fantasy 13 or 15 do, where it just takes control from the player and plays out these huge, long movies without the player doing anything, even if it's just like a little mini game, just a couple little inputs. The player is doing something as much as possible. Final Fantasy VII is a great example of that. I only saw a flash of light followed by a big bang. Then everyone was wiped out, friend or foe. What the hell was that? I'm alright since I was on the edge of the battlefield, but the rest of my unit... Did you see that busted up magic weapon? I can't believe even magic energy couldn't protect it. Don't worry, you'll be alright. I'm almost done with the treatment. The painkiller should kick in any moment now.
That's Officer Seth Balmore with the 43rd Magic Division. She's like you. She got out in one piece.
Really? You two are walking miracles. Hey,
Here's where you get off, Lieutenant.
The Council wishes to hear from a survivor, sir. Sorry, not you, Officer Balmore.
hey, I'm a survivor too.
The Council has only summoned Lieutenant Argonar. Sit down and shut up.
Well, that's just weird.
This way, Lieutenant. Follow me.
It's weird, every time they do that split screen effect, the frame rate slows to a crawl, and yet they keep doing it. The game would look strictly better if they would just not do that. Alright, can I make any good rings? No, just another useless bruiser ring. Formation, spell book. That's nothing right now. Skill? Something I'll probably figure out later. Oh, I can just walk away, can't I? I have a soldier telling me that he lost his helmet. Where the heck could it be? He said he dropped it through the gap while he was going up on the lift, but when he went back to fetch it, it was gone. How do I do this again? This cargo lift doesn't work the same way as the others. Is this the way I'm supposed to go? I don't think it is. I just go jump off? No, I think I'm just coming up here too early. Probably something that gets used later. The station is just ahead. Let us proceed, Lieutenant. To run, move while holding down X button. Oh, crap. I didn't even know that. Move it, Lieutenant. Stop goofing around. Do-do-do-do-do. Walking calmly like a normal human being. Fuck it. Ah! Alright. All aboard! We'll be departing shortly. I don't think I go that way. Can I actually just get on a monorail and leave? Screw you guys. Oh, that's the way I'm going. This battle has turned our worst nightmare. Everyone was killed, regardless of which side they were on. I mean, that does mean the enemy died. I mean, that's a silver lining. The train cars have been put out of commission to save on maintenance costs. Can't really complain, though, since people usually ride it for free. Still, it's a bit stingy of them to do this. What was that? You see, I'm still playing it. Can you imagine how much of this would have just been one long, like, montage cutscene in Final Fantasy 13 or something? Why don't you take a break for a moment? Once you get out of the station, we'll have to walk the rest of the way to the council hall.
Hey, you're that guy, right? The soldier that can't die. The 17th Division. That was the front line. They were smack in the middle of the Wool Highlands. No one could have survived that meteor crash. But here you are, without a scratch.
Beg your pardon, Lieutenant, but it's really strange. The few we were able to save were far from the center of impact, and even those men were seriously injured. It's hard to believe that anyone could have survived that inferno.
then don't believe it.
The Council won't like that attitude. Come on, tell us. How'd you make it?
Dun dun dun. They say that people from both sides were wiped out together on the Highlands of Woe. What the hell happened out there? You've heard about the meteor that fell in the Highlands of Woe, right? Everyone died, it seems. It's terrible. I don't want any trouble from you until we reach the council hall. They'd have my head over it. There's mass panic at the capital in fear that it will be the target of the next meteor. Some people have already started to flee. A reasonable fear. The story about the meteor has already spread through the capital. Could this also be the work of magic energy? People everywhere are frightened.
Years ago, a new power manifested itself onto the world. With its discovery came the magic industrial revolution. This power came to be called magic energy. Even now, there are none who can explain why this power, a power that merely lay buried within all living creatures, suddenly flourished as it did. Today, this magic energy permeates every corner of the world. It has changed the way people live, transformed the shape of industry, and has even altered the nature of war.
Is it true the Kents have requested a truce?
Indeed. We heard that enough men were committed to cover the Wall Highlands and that most of the Kent force were eliminated. This war was started by them. It's only right they withdraw.
We've also lost a tremendous number of troops. After suffering such a devastating loss, if the Goza were to strike now, there would be no way we could defend our country.
And there are also whispers that Goatsa was pulling strings behind the invasion.
What makes you think that the Goatsa were involved?
We have confirmed that a large amount of military hardware has been moved from Goatsa to Kent. We assume Goatsa plans to use Kent to keep things stirred up and destabilize Ura.
Are you saying that even the meteor crash was a Goatsan plot?
My lord, I have some disturbing information on that subject. We suspect that a situation at Grandstaff may have caused the meteor crash.
Grandstaff? This is not the first time that stories about it have reached my ears.
This is not confirmed, but magic energy may have leaked out of Grandstaff, interfered with something in outer space, and precipitated this disaster.
Gongora!
Yes, my lord.
The Grand Staff falls under your jurisdiction. Do you have anything to say?
Nothing for the moment. Where did you get this information? Construction of Grand Staff is going smoothly.
Now that the forces of Ura have suffered such devastating losses, I think we have no other way to protect our land except with the magic energy that Grandstaff will provide. We should hold off on debating the pros and cons of Grandstaff until we've thoroughly reviewed the world's current situation.
What you say makes sense, but our plan to use magic energy is a double-edged sword. With all sorts of rumors flying around, we might want to halt construction of Grandstaff.
What?
Only temporarily. As soon as it's clear that Grandstaff had nothing to do with the meteor collision, we'll resume construction immediately, Gongora.
Okay, we're playing again. Woohoo! Thank you for riding the monorail today. We hope to see you again. Hey, did you hear? Everyone who went to the Highlands of Woe was annihilated. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is the only way I can go for now. We don't have time to waste here. Once you're out of the station, please follow me straight to the council. You must get moving, Lieutenant Argonar. It's quite a long way to the council hall. Save point, let me save. There. Save. Even if nothing has happened, keep saving. Especially after, like, 20 minutes of cutscenes. I didn't say this game doesn't have a lot of cutscenes, just that it keeps giving you control, so that you never feel like you're just watching a movie for, like, hours at a time, like something like Xenosaga. Of course, the people are benefiting from the magic industrial revolution, although there are still some who fear this power that they don't understand. No more wasting time, get moving! What's his name, Ogles? Yep, escort soldier Ogles. It's only a short walk to the council hall once you get to Main Street. Let's move. So is that a name or a command? Or a verb? The escort soldier ogles the ladies. The battle at the Highlands of Woe took a nasty turn. All the soldiers in the city are on edge and stern-looking. Aren't soldiers always stern-looking? They're soldiers. The monorail is free because it's wartime, but those guards on watch freak me out a little. Even when you give someone something for free, they don't accept it. Like everyone has like a adverb attached to their name, or a I'm not sure what they're. I don't know like actual language Words. I don't know language words. This war has cut drastically into our clientele. Hopefully we have our old bustling city back before long. I was just at the station, but the monorail and taxis are all stopped. How am I supposed to get to the Great Gate? Or the Great Gate? The Great Gate? Sure. Oh, it's on autopilot right now.
Well done. You may leave. Lieutenant Kaya Marganar, we thank you for a job well done. I am Roxian, chairman of the Central Council of Ura. Well, Lieutenant, it seems people are calling you the Immortal. We've heard there were almost no survivors from Ura or Kent after the meteor crashed on the Highlands, and yet you appear to be unharmed, even though you were presumably at the precise point of impact. Tell me, how did you survive?
I don't know.
My lord, please allow me to explain.
Fine. Speak.
Thank you, my lord. Actually, this man is immortal thanks to my magic energy. He is under a spell of immortality that I conjured.
I wish to know more. This immortality spell, how does it work?
I don't know.
What? Are you saying that you don't know about the spell cast on you?
I don't remember. I recall nothing.
My lord, this man has lost his memory. However, he is skilled in magic energy. So I have been studying his abilities.
Then what can you tell us, Gongora?
With all due respect, my lord, the spell is a curse. It is said that merely hearing it brings death near. For the safety of everyone, it is better that the spell be kept secret.
Very well. Since I trust your studied opinion, I shall take your word that we should not know the spell. Death is determined by fate, and one cannot fight it. Lieutenant, since it seems that you cannot be killed, the Council would like to bestow a special mission on you. We want you to go to Grandstaff.
My lord.
Gongora, you cannot keep this hidden any longer. Till now, construction has been left up to you, but we've lost contact with the site.
It's just that...
Gongora! Until we can confirm that Grandstaff project is safe, construction shall be suspended.
Yes, my lord.
So now, Lieutenant Argonar. You know of Grandstaff, under construction in the Sea of Bas?
I've heard that it's a magic staff.
Yes, it is. As you just heard, all communications with the site have been cut off for some time now. Considering the danger from magic energy leaks, we suspect that no one can investigate the possible cause, except someone immortal.
Well, there is someone else.
What did you say?
At the Wall Highlands, another immortal. Her name is Balmor.
Well then, this other one shall accompany you. I shall summon her. Quickly, make the arrangements!
Right away, my lord.
My lord, pardon me for saying this, but I'm building Grandstaff for the sake of our nation and its people.
Enough! We will await Kayam's return and report.
Of course, my lord.
You are dismissed, Lieutenant.
Thank you for coming, Lieutenant Argonar. I have word from Chairman Roxian that you are off duty until further official orders from the Council. There's a fine inn just along the street for you to stay and wait for your orders. I've already arranged for the Council to contact you there. You can check the location of inns and shops with the navigation map on the top right corner of the screen. You can also zoom in and out by pressing the back button. Ooh, neat. Hey, can I tell you a secret? There wasn't any magic when my grandpa was a kid. Alright, save, 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 save. I am searching for my husband. He belongs to the 98th Armored Magic Troopers Division, and I heard his unit was sent in battle with Kent. I'm still hopeful, but... yeah, he's dead as a doornail. Lord Gongora, a member of the Council, is also an expert in magic energy. No one can match him on the subject or in its use. Too bad, he's clearly evil. They say magic energy brought about the tragedy on the Highlands. That really worries me. Dig through trash. That's who Kaim is. What's this? Is this an inn or is this a weapon shop or? A tavern. Okay, that works. Can I take your order? Or perhaps I can convince you to treat me to something? I will assume that was an innocent offer. The Council is telling us we have won the war, but can it really be called a victory at the cost of this many lives? Okay. I did that. The war is over, but this hard time continues. Bah, how about a drink to help you forget for a while? Alright. Oh, probe. Probe the trash pots. Seed obtained. Is that like a special item? Aqua bomb obtained. Magic stone inflicts light water damage on one enemy. Okay. Regular seed that you would find anywhere. Those beastly Kents must have attacked Ura to take over our magic industries. So you're the immortal who survived the Highlands of Ball incident. Are you even human? No, I'm immortal. You just said it. This is the main street in the city of Ura. You can take care of your shopping along with anything else you might need here. Okay, what does that purple thing mean? Well, let's see what this is. The purple might be a story destination? Nope. Arms and armor. Oh, okay. The owner of the store often goes traveling to find quality items. I appreciate his enthusiasm, but we can't shop while he's away. That upsets me. So I can't actually shop right now. Okay. So purple is weapon stores. Got it. I wonder what Lord Tolton, son of King Zypha, is doing now. It can't have been easy for him, always being compared to his magnificent father. The war is finally over, but at such a cost to our fellow countrymen. It's so hard to, like, write in or weapon shop somewhere on the door. Oh.
And now, counselors, I propose that Gongora be removed from Grand Staff Project, with control transferred to this council.
My lord.
In addition, until Lieutenant Argonar completes his investigation, I propose that Gongora be confined to his residence under surveillance. Those who disagree with my proposal, raise your hands now.
It appears I have no choice but to agree.
I see there are no objections. It is decided.
Well, holy crap, look at that! A government in a video game that isn't completely stupid, incompetent, or corrupt. I expected no less from the capital of Ura. Everything's so big, and check out all the magic engines. Save, 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 save. What are you doing at the back door here? You don't belong here. Get out. You get out. You don't belong here either. At least I'm pretty sure you don't work here. If you do, sorry. Oh, I saw a probe button. You can search all the chamber pots. Apparently seeds are just a thing you can find. That was a person in this one. Have you been in Ura for a long time? This is my first time. I'm looking for a job to make something out of my life. Alright, got some G's. Read. To our dear guests, do you have any questions, comments, or suggestions? Kindly write them down here. We came here for our honeymoon. We'll never forget this experience of a lifetime. We'll treasure it forever. Thank you. I don't think that experience had anything to do with the inn. No. It rained the whole time. How could I have any fun? It's like bad weather just follows me around. The soldiers were loud. Everything was so expensive. I just want to go home. At least the girl was really cute, and her food was good. I mean, it's not like the inn can do anything about the weather. That was just bad luck on your part. Or just bad planning. This was my first time in the city. It's been an interesting and meaningful trip. I'd like to visit again. Again, not related to the inn. I came here to send my son off to the army. He's such a kind-hearted boy. I'm worried that he won't fit in with those military types. I just pray he'll be back safe. Again, nothing to do with the inn. I rode on the monorail. I saw the castle. I played with the dog. I'm going to go to my grandma's house tomorrow. I can't wait. Nothing to do with the inn, but probably written by a 10-year-old, so it'll work. Oh, that's a fancy-looking chest. Holy Night Charm obtained. Angel's Plume. Ura street map. Great Gate. Downtown Ura. The Palace. Transportation in Ura. Sometimes there's a little too much text. Okay. Critical Crisis Defense Boost. Increased magical and physical defense during critical HP status. I mean, if you're at critical HP status, you're probably going to die in one hit regardless, so... yeah. Well, that's an ability that's in pretty much every Final Fantasy game, and I've never seen the point of it. Welcome. Unless it, like, reduces the damage to 1 HP or something. Welcome. The council has told me about you. Please enjoy your stay.
As Kaim slips into deep sleep, his dream unfolds. A dream or his past. At this moment, there is no way he could know.
Kaim recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. A dream has been revealed. The family members have tears in their eyes when they welcome Kaim back to the inn from his long journey. Thank you so much for coming. He understands the situation immediately. The time for departure is drawing near. Hannah's departure. Too soon. Too soon. But still, he knows, this day would have to come sometime, and not in the distant future. I might never see you again, she said to him with a sad smile when he left on this journey. Her smiling face almost transparent in its whiteness, so fragile, and therefore indescribably beautiful, as she lay in bed. May I see Hannah now? He asks. The innkeeper gives him a tiny nod and says, I don't think she'll know who you are, though. She hasn't opened her eyes since last night, he warns Kaim. You can tell from the slight movement of her chest that she is clinging to a frail thread of life, but it could snap at any moment. It's such a shame. I know you made a special point to come here for her. Another tear glides down the wife's cheek. Never mind, it's fine, Kaim says. He has been present at innumerable deaths, and his experience has taught him much. Death takes away the power of speech, first of all, then the ability to see. What remains alive to the very end, however, is the power to hear. Even though the person has lost consciousness, it is by no means unusual for the voices of the family to bring forth smiles or tears. Kaim puts his arm around the woman's shoulder and says, I have lots of travel stories to tell her. I've been looking forward to this my whole time on the road. Instead of smiling, the woman releases another large tear and nods to Kaim. And Hannah was so looking forward to hearing your stories. Her sobs almost drown out her words. The innkeeper says, I wish I could urge you to rest up from your travels before you see her, but... Kaim interrupts his apologies. Of course, I'll see her right away. There is very little time left. Hannah, the only daughter of the innkeeper and his wife, will probably breathe her last before the sun comes up. Kaim lowers his pack to the floor and quietly opens the door to Hannah's room. Hannah was frail from birth. Far from enjoying the opportunity to travel, she rarely left the town or even the neighborhood in which she was born and raised. This child will probably not live to adulthood, the doctor told her parents. To this tiny girl with extraordinarily beautiful, doll-like features, the gods had dealt an all too sad destiny. That they had allowed her to be born the only daughter of the keepers of a small inn by the highway was perhaps one small act of atonement for such iniquity. Hannah was unable to go anywhere, but the guests who stayed at her parents' inn would tell her stories of the countries and towns and landscapes and people that she would never know. Whenever new guests arrived at the inn, Hannah would ask them, "Where are you from? Where are you going? Can you tell me a story?" She would sit and listen to their stories with sparkling eyes, and urging them on to new episodes with, "And then? And then?" When they left the inn, she would beg them, "Please come back, and tell me lots and lots of stories about faraway countries." She would stand there waving until the person disappeared far down the highway, give one lonely sigh, and go back to bed. Hannah is sound asleep. No one else is in the room, perhaps an indication that she has long since passed the stage when the doctors can do anything for her. Chaim sits down in the chair next to the bed and says with a smile, "Hello, Hannah. I'm back." She does not respond. Her little chest, still without the swelling of a grown woman, rises and falls almost imperceptibly. "I went far across the ocean this time," he tells her. "The ocean on the side where the sun comes up. I took a boat from the harbor way, way, way far beyond the mountains you can see from this window, and I was on the sea from the time the moon was perfectly round till it got smaller and smaller, and then bigger and bigger until it was full again. There was nothing but ocean as far as the eye could see. Just the sea and the sky. Can you imagine it, Hannah? You've never seen the ocean, but I'm sure people have told you about it. It's like a huge, big, endless puddle." Chaim chuckles to himself, and it seems to him that Hannah's pale white cheek moves slightly. She can hear him. Even if she cannot speak or see, her ears are still alive. Believing and hoping this to be true, Chaim continues with the story of his travels. He speaks no words of parting. As always with Hannah, Chaim smiles with a special gentleness he has never shown to anyone else, and he goes on telling his tales with a bright voice, sometimes even accompanying his story with exaggerated gestures. He tells her about the blue ocean. He tells her about the blue sky. He says nothing about the violent sea battle that stained the ocean red. He never tells her about those things. Hannah was still a tiny girl when Chaim first visited the inn. When she asked him, "Where are you from?" and "Will you tell me some stories?" with her childish pronunciation and innocent smile, Chaim felt a soft glow in his chest. At the time, he was returning from a battle. More precisely, he had ended one battle and was on his way to the next. His life consisted of traveling from one battlefield to another, and nothing about that has changed to this day. He has taken the lives of countless enemy troops, and witnessed the deaths of countless comrades on the battlefield. Moreover, the only thing separating enemies from comrades is the slightest stroke of fortune. Had the gears of destiny turned in a slightly different way, his enemies would have been comrades, and his comrades' enemies. This is the fate of the mercenary. He was spiritually worn down back then and feeling unbearably lonely. As a possessor of eternal life, Chaim had no fear of death, which is precisely why each of the soldiers' faces distorted in fear, and why each face of a man who died in agony was burned permanently into his brain. Ordinarily, he would spend nights on the road drinking, immersing himself in an alcoholic stupor, or pretending to. He was trying to make himself forget the unforgettable. When, however, he saw Hannah's smile as she begged him for stories about his long journey, he felt a far warmer and deeper comfort than he could ever obtain from liquor. He told her many things. About a beautiful flower he discovered on the battlefield. About the bewitching beauty of the mist filling the forest the night before the final battle. About the marvelous taste of the spring water in a ravine, where he and his men had fled after a losing battle. About a vast, bottomless blue sky he saw after a battle. He never told her anything sad. He kept his mouth shut about the human ugliness and stupidity he witnessed endlessly on the battlefield. He concealed his position as a mercenary from her, kept silent regarding his reasons for traveling constantly, and spoke only of things that were beautiful and sweet and lovely. He sees now that he told Hannah only beautiful stories of the road like this, not so much out of concern for her purity, but for his own sake. Staying in the inn where Hannah waited to see him turned out to be one of Kaim's small pleasures in life. Telling her about the memories he brought back from his journeys, he felt some degree of salvation, however slight. 5 years, 10 years. His friendship with the girl continued. Little by little, she neared adulthood, which meant that, as the doctors had predicted, each day brought her that much closer to death. And now, Kaim ends the last travel story he will share with her. He can never see her again. Ugh. His only travels will begin again tomorrow. His long, long travels without end. I can't even read anymore. Okay. And those are some of my favorite parts of the game. Like, you could have ripped those out of the game as their own, like, little mini-series, and they would still be freaking amazing. There are people who say they would be better if they were spoken. Hell no. I mean, even me reading it probably ruined it. Whew, okay. I need to take a break. Later.